Focused goals take a focused plan. Coach Barrick, Equity Podcast, giving you the tools to be fit for life. When most people that have started at Equity, we started because we were getting bored in the gym. And how we fight that, how we fight boredom, how we fight the loss of consistency is doing a different workout every day. This helps keeps it fun, helps it keeps it varied, keeps the body guessing, and really makes it easier to stay consistent. We don't run into doing the same workout every week. And that is good for longevity. Our primary goal is to think long term in our health and fitness. And for that long term health and fitness, it's just about doing the work. It's just about, hey, getting in there, working out every day, right? Making sure we're doing 4+ days a week in the gym. And it's not super important in the very long term on what we're actually doing. We just need to make sure to make those X's, keep getting the chain, keep adding in, making sure we're getting that streak. We're trying to get every weekend, right? 4+ days a week. However, once we have a very specific goal in mind, we need a very specific plan. For example, if I'm training for a triathlon or a marathon, like there's a very specific thing I need to be doing. I need to be running, right? I need to be swimming. I need to be biking. I need to be doing those things. And if I know the date of that event, I can plan exactly what I need to do in order to get there. Hey, I'm going to start with this much mileage a week. I'm going to up that the next week, and we're just going to keep increasing, and then I'm going to come back, dial it back a little bit, and then work it up again. Keep working up higher, dial it back, work it up, right? You're progressively overloading that running or the distance or whatever. If you want to back squat 500 pounds, right? Having a very specific program for back squatting is going to be helpful. So now, if you have a focused goal, hey, my main goal is long-term longevity. I'm going to do group classes. It's fun, the community, the support, the accountability, all of those things. However, I also want to do a strict pull-up. However, I also want to get double unders. I want to get this thing or that thing. I want to get stronger. That is where we need a specific plan, a more focused plan. And I have run the gamut of, I've had to learn this. I've done it the wrong way. So we do an individual programming for people. And so what they do is they get a week, they get the workouts early. They get the whole week of workouts. They get them modified just for them. So I modify it just for them. They get a goal for that workout. And then they get accessories. And those accessories are usually the focused work. Hey, I want to get a strict pull-up. These are the accessories to do that. The issue is I wasn't thinking of this as, hey, focus goal, focus plan. I was thinking of it as just more of the variedness. Oh, they want to get pull-ups. So we're going to do some rows, and we're going to do some push-ups and some other stuff. And then next week, I'm going to give them a whole different thing, but it's still going to be pulling, right? This time it might be banded pull-ups, and this time it'll be incline dumbbell bench. And then next week, we're going to do Pendlay rows and floor presses, right? And you're just constantly changing that stimulus, right? And for me as a coach, I was like, I got to give something different. The issue is that when we're looking for something specific, we need that progressive overload. We need to see that progress, and it actually is going to be a little bit boring. When we have a very specific goal, we need to make sure that there's a repetition in the movement so we can see progress in that. Now, like I said, in the long term, We'll get there eventually, and it's not as important. But hey, I want to get a pull up like yesterday. Well, we're going to have to do some things repeated over and over and over again to help get us there a little bit faster. So that's why now that I've been through that experience, when I'm working with people individually, if we're doing semi-private training or if we're doing the individual design, we're seeing a lot more progress now because the better understanding of making progress on something in particular. And this is something that I knew, I just had to put it into this other area, right? When we were really training for the open, right after the open, we would do strength training. And that wasn't, we would do, sets of 10, and then we would drop to 8 and then 6. Like we would have a specific program for squatting that we would be doing. We'd be moving it on different days, but every week there'd be a progression on that lift, right? So even inside of our general group programming, there's still levels of planning inside of that. And I just wasn't taking that into the individual level, especially when there's a focused goal. There needs to be a focused plan. So if you have that in mind, no matter what it is or where you're working out or what you're doing, make sure you're not just doing something kind of sort of that should help. Have a plan, find somebody who knows what they're talking about to help you get you there. And you'll get there a lot faster, right? It's very hard to see progress if you're constantly doing something different. And that's why we do benchmarks in a group class to see where we're at. All right, so wrap it up. Focused goals require a focused plan. And that focused plan can be part of your general overall plan as well, right? Hey, I love group classes. That's what I want to do. But hey, I want to get this strict pull-up as an example. All right. If you think this might help somebody, please share it. We want more happy, healthy people in the world. And that's what we're trying to do. Cheers.